Okay, so we are back, third video, last video for today. So let's start with the assignment for today. Probably some of you already did most of this stuff already. The assignment is creating a website for yourself. Very nice website. We have a competition, okay? Then once you have the website, you go to the repository of the course, okay? And you open an issue. Go to issue, and in the new issue, you open the issue. You don't have to. It's empty. Okay, it's not like the other one. And you type in adding your page or put your name there, whatever. Put here the URL, the address of both the website and the Git repository of it. Okay, so both of them, please add here. And that's it. You need to submit. That's the way you submit it. Okay. And I'm going to create a page like they had here, that we had here, the GitHub subgov with bootcamp page. That's for the previous course. So I'm going to create a table. You don't have to worry about this, with the names of the people and the links to the repository. And later on, we're going to enlarge it, adding more, adding the projects and so on. Okay, but for now, this way we will be able to see each other's project as well. And by the way, immediately once someone opened an issue, you can already see what they did. Now, I would also recommend that you go ahead and comment on each other's repository, okay, each other's website. Okay, if you saw something nice, open an issue and write something nice about that, okay? Because it's good to both see how you open issue and how you as a person is receiving an issue, okay? So, and then you can comment on those issues. So please do this, not now, that will going to be your assignment for the week. Also in your GitHub account, if possible, put some picture of you. If you don't want to put yourself on, that's I think it's in the settings somewhere. I have no idea where, or maybe click here and set, I don't know, somewhere, okay? So put there, if you don't want to put your own picture on it, then create an avatar for yourself. Some people use just an avatar, so just a standard image they use in many places to be recognizable, even if it's not your own page, your own image. But that's most of it. Any questions about this? Okay. So far we learned how to use GitHub to some level, and we learned how to, it seems I already have the first issue here. Okay, nice. Okay, Omer. Then we have two, by the way, Omers. Nice. Okay, so this is not the, it shouldn't be here. Okay, so there is an issue here, and I would comment on here. But now that we have all the video, it's a good opportunity. Thank you. This is not the right thing. Okay, so this means that because your website, your username is Omer Zahar. Omer Zahar. That's your username. That should be the name of the repo, but the name of the repo is different. It's OZ-demo. So if I click here, I guess I will get to your website, but it should be, okay, welcome, this address. Okay, this should be the address. So I will, unless you, now, okay, so wait a second. Let's go and demo this whole thing. This is the name of the repository. Okay, so here it is. Okay, I'm commenting code. The website should be at. For this, you need to rename your repo to be this one. Okay, so now I put a comment on it. Now, Omer, once he fixes it, he can comment back here again on this one. Oh, here is the fixed URL. Okay, so and this is how it works. Okay, and then once I accept it, I'm going to close this issue. Now, please don't create a new repository. Rename it. So you can come here to the settings, and here you can rename the repository. Okay. Obviously, I won't rename this one now, but you can just put in the name and then you rename it. That's it. Okay. That's me, by the way. You don't see me. That's good. That's actually good. But that's me. Hi. I was waving. Okay. I'm waving sometimes and pointing at the screen sometimes. You don't see it. That's good. Okay. So this is the assignment. What else? Okay, so I wanted to now switch to Windows. So far, I don't know if you noticed, I'm actually using a Linux computer here, and my two browsers, I'm using my main browser is Firefox, and I'm also using Chromium, and I also have Chrome installed. But because probably most of you are using Windows, for the next part, I'm going to use VirtualBox, which is a software that allows me to run another operating system on top of my operating system. You don't have to know much about it. The point is that here I have a Windows system, which is rather empty. And now I would like to set up use Git from this system. I assume that some of you might use Mac. I won't be able to show it because the only Mac I have is very old and it's not really working anymore. It's quite similar to what you do here. So, okay, I'll point out the differences. So I need to open the browser. Okay, this is the browser I have, and I can go to, actually I can go here to cmdemo.github.io just to see it. Oh, you see, this is the same thing. And I can also go to github.com and see something. Yeah, okay, so this I am already logged in this one. Okay, so I can see I can see my horrible logo of the CM demo. You can see this is CM demo. So because I visited github.com, I know that this browser is logged in as the user CM demo. I usually do this from Windows. But what I would like to do now is install Git locally. So now to explain again, Git is an open source version control system, and we are going to use it. GitHub is the hosting provided, now owned by Microsoft, by the way, but it was a company that started to provide hosting of these Git repositories. They, behind the scene, also use Git, obviously, okay? But the interface we were using is specific to, is special for GitHub, okay? It's nothing to do directly with Git, neither the GitHub pages. These are all parts of GitHub. And by the way, there is also a couple of competition to GitHub. One of them is called GitLab, and a few others, much smaller ones. But really, the majority of people use GitHub at least for their open source projects. So now we're going to install Git locally, and for this we go to the website gitscm.com. Is it com? I don't think that I can further enlarge the fonts here. At least not. I mean, I can enlarge the fonts of what inside the browser, but not the address, I think. Okay, so here on Windows you will be able to download it. I think for Mac you will also. It auto offers for Windows because it noticed that I am on Windows. But if but you can have it for Mac or also for Linux. For Linux, you probably won't need it this way. For Mac, there are various ways to install stuff. Probably you can install this one as well. I'm installing it for Windows. So I'm downloading. It's click here to download. Okay. It's just downloading Git. Okay. And I double click on it. I hope that I double clicked on it. Yes. And it starts the installation. It says, okay. Yes. Whatever it asks me. Yes. It now offers me the license. It's the general public license. Next. Where to install it? Fine. Next. I'm going to show you one thing that is relevant. This is still the default, so I'm going to accept the defaults. I don't think that I can enlarge. No, I don't think that I can enlarge this font. Sorry. I'm accepting next. This is also next. And this one here, this one, please change. Okay. It will use it. Git needs an editor sometimes, and the default editor is an editor called Vim, and I love Vim and I use it all the time. And I just recorded a video in Hebrew how to use Vim. It's in my YouTube channel, in the Hebrew YouTube channel, but it's not for now. Okay, if you don't know how to use Vim, don't start it now. Okay, so instead of Vim, pick something else. You can even pick Notepad. Okay, I don't know, I hardly can see here. Notepad. Okay, I picked Notepad. Okay, next. And this one, I think default, everything I keep the default. Okay. I think I don't have to change anything, just next. Yeah. And it's installing. By the way, I see there is another window. Apparently, it started it twice. I double-clicked on it apparently twice. If you have any questions in the meantime, while it's working, do ask. Sorry for it being so small. This is, I don't know. This is part of the problem I have here. I don't know, want to see the release notes, finish. Okay, I've downloaded Git and installed it. Now let's use it, okay? And you can use Git in various ways inside your editors and so on. But I think the best is to start learning the command line way of using Git. Because once you understand it and once you know how to use it, then all the rest is easy. So that's what I'm going to show you. I clicked on the Windows key, okay, to come up this thing. And here I select the Git, where is my mouse? Git bash. This is what I prefer, okay? There are other ways. I never really tried the GUI there. Maybe there is some nice GUI already. I don't know. You will be able to explore it. So I started the Git, what is called Git bash. Can I enlarge the font? No. And I got a really miniature window here. Okay, let's enlarge the fonts here. Okay, I can maximize the screen and enlarge the font. Good. So the nice thing about Git bash is that it's almost like Linux. I can type in pwd to show where I am. So it thinks that I am in a folder called C users Gabor Sabo. Now you might know, if you are a Windows user, you have the File Explorer, right? And you know that you have a disk called C somewhere. Ooh, how can I enlarge the fonts of this one? Strangely, it's so small. No, I don't know. Okay. So I can type here in C colon, and that's the main disk of most of us on our computer, if you have a Windows computer. And in there is there's a folder called users, and there's also a folder of your username. Now, mine is Gabor Szabó, Gabor space Szabó. Not a good idea to have any character in these that is not just regular Latin letters. So having the space is already, it can already make all kind of troubles. Some of you probably have Windows with in Hebrew, okay? Or maybe some other language. Hebrew is one of the worst about this because it's from right to left. Of course, also Arabic and Persian, same problem. And then your username might be in Hebrew, or I don't know. It's really, really difficult, and all kind of tools break because of this. So what I do is usually I create a folder for myself right in C, and I call it work, or whatever you like to call it, okay? You can call it studies, you can call it Viz, you can. Inside this one, I'm going to put all of my projects, okay? So right now I don't have anything there, but all of my projects are in there. So work is not itself the project, okay? Inside there are going to be the projects. So it's called C colon backslash work. This is if you click on it, I don't know if you can see it. It's C colon backslash work. I'm going to put it in this file and show it. Okay. So if I go to this window again, inside, this is how it represents my location. C, instead of C colon, it says slash C. Sorry. Why? Because it shows the world as if it was a Linux machine or Mac, the same as Mac. Okay. So what I need to go is go to the slash C slash work folder. Okay, this is what I do. I say CD, which stands for change directory, and then I type in the location of this folder, okay, which I already created. Okay, if I didn't have this folder, I could come here and let's say here, local Windows, I can right click and say new folder, and I could say work here. Okay, this is how I could create. Now I can't do this because I already have a folder called work. I don't need it. Okay, so back to this window, type in cd slash c slash work, and now I am in this folder. If I type in pwd, pw stands for print working directory. So this is called the working directory where I work now. It's not called working directory because it's called work. It's called working directory because we work on it. Okay, nothing to do with this name actually. Okay, it was also pwd here. So now I would like to copy the repository from GitHub locally. So I have, if I come back here to the browser somewhere, this one, yes, not here. I need to find the projects. So I have the CM demo, and strangely doesn't show me my projects. Okay. Sorry, not projects. Sorry. I need the repositories. I don't know why it doesn't show me the repositories. Very strange. Okay. It's really strange. Someone is showing me different things. Same demo. Okay, and this is here now I have the link for repositories. Okay, and this is the repository. Okay, so we are back to the same repository. that we worked on. Okay, I would like to continue working on this one. I need to copy the whole repository, all the 14 commits, all the history to my computer. How do I do this? It's called cloning. I go to this green button and select the address. And I personally prefer to use the SSH version. It's the much better way to do it. Okay. Now it already warns me that I don't have SSH keys. So, okay, it's not that easy that I thought. First, I need to create these SSH keys. The SSH keys are a method of authentication. So let's do that first. I type in here SSH kgen. It doesn't matter which folder I am in, okay? It doesn't matter. This will generate a pair of private and public keys. Now, this one, I mean, some of you might already have it. Probably not, but some of you might have it. These private and public keys are extremely useful, both for accessing remote computers and also for using Git without typing in your password every time you do anything. So here I just press enter. I don't know why it says, it's slightly strange to me, but whatever. I hope that it will work out. I just pressed enter, okay? And now I have it created a folder and the file in there. So I can type in now ls tilde slash dot ssh. Lots of magic I'm saying here, right? ls means list the content of that folder. The tilde is my home directory in the Linux world. So I don't have to remember that I'm called Gabor Szabó, or what is my username here, or where is my home directory. This tilde will always be referring to it. And the /.ssh is just the name of the folder. And here you can see two files. Actually, if I type in a little bit more magic, I will put these comments on the file in our repository. Okay, so this way you can see the two files. This file contains your private key. Don't show it to anyone. And this one with the .pub ending shows the public key, which you can show to anyone. Now I'm typing here. Wait a second. I just did something and I would like to show you. I started to type in ID because I know that this is how the file name starts. And instead of typing in the whole name of the file, or instead of trying to copy paste it, I pressed the tab key, which is next to the Q. And it auto-completed the name to the first name it found. Now it's still just the one without the pub, so now I can press dot and press the tab again, and it auto-completes the name. This is because I'm so lazy that I don't want to type in all the letters there and the numbers. And this is a good way to use computers. You have to be lazy. So remember, if you press the tab, it will auto-complete it. Now what I need here is to see the content of it. So sorry, wrong command. I type in cat. No, that's not the, I don't know, maybe it's, no, nothing to do with the animal cat. Okay? Cat will show the content of the file. This gibberish is the content of the file. Now I need to copy it somehow. Okay, this is the magic I need again. So I copy. Okay, this is my public key, remember, okay? Now I go and configure my GitHub account. So I go to this place, and here I go to the settings. Where is the settings? Here is the settings. This is bad, I know. This is whatever. But you have to do it only once, okay? So once you configure it, then you won't need to type in your password all the time. You don't have to do all this stuff all the time. So I went to the settings and I went to the SSH and GPG keys. And here I add a new SSH key. This is what we generated. I paste here the key itself that I just copied. And here I put in some names. So I put in Windows for Viz 2024-04. Okay, it's just the name, so I will be able to recognize where is this key coming from. And I think that's it. I don't know if I need to check. No, it's an authentication key. Add SSH key. And it wants me to type in my password. Okay, so to confirm that it's really me. Fine. I just added my public key to this account. Now I can go back to my repository. It takes some time. Click on the green button. Click on this rectangle here. Now it doesn't complain anymore. I go to this SSH thing. I copy it. I can copy it with this one. And then I can go to the command line, right? To this window. I am in cwork. And now I type in git clone and paste in, if I manage to paste. Oh. I didn't like it. Shift insert. Yes, okay. I paste it, the address I just copied. Enter. And if I actually typed it correctly, and not with double E, the clone, then it will work. Now, at first it will ask this because it wants to recognize something. Don't worry about it. Just type in yes. And now it cloned, okay, copied the whole repository from GitHub to your local disk, to my local disk, okay? Fine. I can go with my file explorer into the work folder. Now I have this folder. So it created a folder. Let me try to enlarge the font. Oh, no, this is not view. Sorry, I don't know how to enlarge the font here. Oh, I think I found a way. A little bit, not much, a little bit larger. Okay, so I went into the work folder, and here it has the name of my repository. And here are the files. So there is this, here are the files. Here the README file. So I can click on now, and I could edit it with something. And let's create a new file. New file. Text document. Remember, okay. You will probably see just new document, new text document. You won't see the .txt at the end. Oh, finally, something. Okay. You probably won't see the new .txt. Why? And here it's a recommendation. At the top, you will, oh, this is so bad that its font is so small. At the top, you will see the view menu item. In the view menu item, you have checkboxes called file name extension and hidden items. By default, they are off. Turn them on. Okay? Good recommendation. Microsoft thinks that you shouldn't see the extension of the file, which might be right for most of the people. But now that you are becoming someone who writes programs, okay, let's not call you programmer yet. it's better that you see it. Okay, so now I'm going to change the extension from MD, from TXT to MD, and I put some name here, Windows. Yes, Microsoft likes to warn you when you're changing the extension of the file that now you're ruining your computer. No, you are not. You're just changing the extension of the file. Okay, so I created a new file. And I would like to edit it, but I don't really have any. Okay, I need something else here. I really need something else here. So what else? We still have half an hour, so we can go on with something else. Where is the browser? I need to download a better editor. You might already have on your computer, so you might not need it, but because this computer I removed everything basically from it, so I can start it from scratch. It doesn't have a good editor. It has just Notepad on it. It doesn't have even Notepad++. So, and I'm not even going to bother with it. I'm going to go straight to VS Code. So VS Code. This is going to be the editor of our choice. There are several of these editors or IDEs or whatever systems that you can use to write code or write anything. VS Code, Visual Studio Code, it's called, is free and one of the best. So I recommend it, and that's what I'm going to use it. So I'm downloading that one now. I saw that I can keep it for next meeting, but apparently I need it even for the Git part. Okay, so it downloaded something. I can open the file. I think a single click is enough. Now it wants me to accept the agreement. I accept it. Next. Ask me where to install. Next. I don't need anything here. Next. Nothing special. Okay, so far I installed Git SCM, so Git from the website called Git SCM, and I'm installing now VS Code. First of all, if you have any questions, please do ask now.
I had some difficulty cloning the Git. I think I did something wrong. So if later you could help me with that, I would appreciate
Which part was it?
it.
Which part was problematic?
The cloning. I think
the cloning. Okay.
The cloning. I think I did something wrong with the SSH key.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll definitely want to help you because I'm sure that it will. Other people will have the problem. I'll try to finish one loop of changing something. Okay, and then we get there. Okay. Who was this, by the way?
No problem.
Sorry.
Liron.
Liron. Okay. So I finished the installation. And it apparently automatically opens Visual Studio Code. Fine. Okay. It opens the release notes. Okay. It's just a good editor. I don't really need anything now. Open file. I need to find the file. The local C, work, CM demo. It's what's called Windows. Okay. By the way, now that I have a good editor, it doesn't matter. So I will do both of them. I open the file. It's empty. So I just type in hello Windows. Okay. Now, while I started to edit, at the bottom, you can see a pop-up. It says Git repositories were found in parent folders on the workspace. Yes. Okay. So the thing is that while I'm showing you how to use Git on the command line, VS Code can also help me with it, but okay, I don't know what it's doing now. Anyway, let it open. Okay, so I added some text to this Windows MD. Fine. I save this one. I also going to open another file. Open file. Another file, which is the README. Oh, good. And I'm going to add just a link to this Windows file. Windows. Okay. And I save this. And I close it. Because for now, it's not interesting that it's open. Because I would like to show you what's going on with Git. So I'm going to the command line. And now I'm typing git status. Oh, sorry. I'm still in the work directory. Okay. So now it says it's not a Git repository. I need to get into the CM demo, the folder that was cloned. Okay. So I cd there and run git status again. And one more cheating here. Okay. I click on the up arrow. Okay. And I click it again. And I got back to the previous command. So I don't have to type it again and again. Again, just let me tell you, a little bit of laziness goes a long way. Okay, git status now. So what can we see here? It tells me that we are on a branch called main. Fine. Talk about it later, maybe. What is interesting is that I have two sections here. One section says that changes not staged for commit. And it shows me that the README file was modified. And indeed, you remember, I made some changes. It also tells me that there is an untracked file called Windows MD. And if you're not, I mean, it's red, but it also says this. Okay, so basically it means that Git noticed that I changed the README file relatively to what last time was committed. And it also found a file that it didn't know about earlier, this windows.md. So now, locally, I need to somehow commit these files. And I can do this the following. I can say git add, and I can now type in the names of the files I would like to add to Git. I type in Windows. Well, I don't type the whole thing. Remember, I just start typing and then I press tab. And I type in the README. I start R and tab. Okay, again, remember, don't work too hard. And press enter. Okay, now Git status again. I marked now these files to be staged. In Git, we have two steps when you want to commit. On the website, we didn't really have two steps, or we had, but they were sort of different. We just said, okay, just commit this file. And then it asked us, okay, what is your message? And that's it. Locally, when you're working locally, you have two steps. One step is to mark the files that you would like to add to Git or update in Git. And then the next is the commit. The same word that we also used on the website. Okay? And I will go to explain it further later, but now let's go in this now. Git commit. And now I type in -m and I tell it add Windows MD file. Okay, this is you remember it asked us when I said commit in the UI on the website, it asked me some text and more explanation. I'm giving this the text, the title, the message right here on the command line. Enter. Oh, and I still need some more configuration. I forgot about it earlier. luckily, it told me, okay? It tells me I need to identify myself. So I copy paste this one, almost. But my email is gabor@subgub.com. And I also put here the name, which is Gabor Sabo. Okay, so it told me to configure Git. Now, this, you can put here anything, okay? No one checks it. But it's better to put your own address, because then someone will be able to contact you. Now, again, one more warning. This email address will become public once you push out to GitHub. So you might want to have some different address. I don't. I mean, I have the same standard address all the time. Okay, so now Git status. Gabor, don't be lazy, just be lazy. Git status. Okay, it's still not committed. It's still in the same status here, because when I tried to commit, it failed. It is even said fatal, because I didn't have the configuration. Now I run git conf a commit. I came back to the commit. You see why it's so good that I'm using the command line? I don't have to type in again and again things. I can just go back in the history and make changes. And okay, so now I executed this git commit. It tells me it created a new file and it committed something and so on. Git status. So what happens now? It says nothing is changed, nothing is in staging area, but it says that your branch, my branch locally here, is ahead of the origin main, which is the thing on GitHub. If we go to GitHub now, sorry, where is it? This one, it didn't change, okay? If I reload this page, I don't have the file Windows MD yet, okay? All the changes were made just locally. This is fun because it means that even you can go on an airplane for an 8-hour flight or a 12-hour flight, and you can work and you make changes locally, and you can commit all these changes, and you can spend all your time on working on whatever, making changes, without any internet connection. And once you got connected, then you come back and say git push. Now I'm pushing out all the changes to GitHub. If I come back here, it still doesn't show because I have to refresh it. Remember, we had 14 commits. The last commit was 54 minutes ago, and we don't have the Windows file. I'll refresh it, Control R, and voila, Windows MD is now here. We have 15 commits, and the last one is 1 minute ago. So the change I made, the commit I made locally, I pushed it out. Now that I pushed it out, this started to work. Okay, the page generation started to work. And in a couple of seconds, the page will be updated. Okay, and we'll have a separate file with this Windows text in it and so on. Okay. There are still a lot more to do locally, but it's already fine. We can already do. You can already work with this locally as well. The basics you already have. So I am going to now help. I forgot your name. Sorry, Liana. No.
Liron.
Liron. Sorry. I'm going to help you. And if anyone else needs help, then I'm going to help them as well. The presentation part, I think I'm done. And it's recorded anyway, so you can come back and look at the video. Before, so so the things I would like to remind you. The assignment is, Sorry, which I am confusing myself. Oh, okay, because I'm in the Windows thing. I have to get out of the Windows. Okay, sorry. I'm back to my Linux computer. So the assignment is to create your page. You can do it on the website. I would recommend that you already install Git locally. You do all this thing and you make some changes locally as well and push them out. So you practice it, because you will need it when you're going to program. You won't do it on the website. You will do it locally, and you will push out the changes to your code to a Git repository on GitHub. That's the way we are going to work. So you will need this for the next assignment. And then send me an issue, open an issue here. We still only have this one. And I wanted to say something else that I forgot now. Yes, okay, one more thing I remembered. I would like to show you this one, yes. So this is the previous course, and I can show you here something. So here on day one, we had the notes, and if I go to one of the videos, so I picked this one, just doesn't matter. I wrote about this. It has, why is it taking ages to go to YouTube? Hello, please, YouTube. Okay.
Is there a place that we can see the assignments, or we just want to say the assignments in the lecture?
No, I will put everything in this file. Okay, so I'm going to update this file. Okay, in our repository, the one that I sent you, and I put the assignment here. I put notes here. Okay, I'll do that a little bit later. Okay, what I wanted to show about this video, please, mini player. No, not so many. Lovely. Okay, so no, I'm talking to myself. Anyway, underneath the comment section, I can't show it. Ah, yeah, okay, here it is. Normally it's beneath. I don't know what. How can I change the view now? So here you can see these timestamps. The minute when something started and some explanation of what started. I think this is extremely useful for everyone, because you can click on this timestamp and jump in the video where that topic started. And so I would like to have volunteers to do this for each one of the videos that we have recorded. And the way you are going to volunteer is that you go, I'm going to open in this repository an issue to volunteer, and then you can put your name there that I'm volunteering to do it for the first video, the second video, and so on. And all you need to do, I mean, you go over the video, you watch the video, in the video you see the time when something starts, and you basically just type in text like this, and that's it. You don't need to make the links. Okay, you don't do the link. The link is generated automatically by GitHub. Okay, so I will need volunteers for that. Okay, so let's see that I'm done. Any questions?
Where do we upload the websites?
You create your own website, and then
No, but where do I upload it to the repository?
I'm not sure I understand your question. You
We made
create
a website, but we need to put it in the.
How do you submit it to me?
Yeah, where do we submit it? Yeah.
Yeah, you have this repository, the one that I linked to from the email.
Yeah.
And you open an issue like Omer opened.
Okay.
And in the issue, you put in the links. And if it's not good, I'm going to comment on it, and then you will get an email. So you will get an email So probably Omer got an email notification that I made this comment. Okay? And so if I have comments, if something is not good, you will get that email notification. I mean, it's something configurable in GitHub, but I guess this is the default. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Wait, sorry, I was showing this. While I was talking, I was showing it, but I stopped sharing, so you didn't see it anymore. Sorry. Wait a second, I'll show it now. Just I forgot that I stopped sharing. So here, what I showed you, that you go to the repository that I sent you here, and then you have the issues. Each one of you is going to open an issue. Hopefully with your full name, so I will notice, I will know who is this, and the links. Okay, and you will get you will notice if I close it, then the issue, then it means that it's done. Okay. Any more questions? If you would like, I can create a WhatsApp group. I see that Liron asked if there is a WhatsApp group. I can create a group and I can remove myself from it later on. That would make it easier to make a centralized group. You know what?
Thank you.
I will create such a group for you, okay? And once the first person joins, I will send an invitation in email. And once the first person joins, I remove myself. So you have your own chat. You can say anything bad about me you like. Okay, you wanted to show me your screen, and I stopped sharing, right? No.
Yeah.
Now I stopped
Okay.
sharing. If anyone else has questions, and okay, I'll remain here even beyond 12 if needed. So we can work out these things. Okay, so you seem to have the SSH key.
I think I just missed something that you said, and maybe because of that, like I went here and I did new SSH key, and you can see here, like I created it, but when I went to clone
Okay.
here, it did not work. It said no
Wait a
such
second,
file
I don't see
directory.
the other here. What you said here.
Oh,
Okay, now I
how
see.
do I show you
No,
also
I see it.
deliver?
I see now okay. So you copy that one.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you see the Git. Do you see the Git?
The command line,
Bash?
no, I only saw your browser.
Mm,
You can share
Okay,
either
so
the
maybe
whole computer or a single screen. A single application or the whole screen. And you probably share the, okay.
So here I tried to to clone it, and it said no such file or directory. So I think I didn't do the key right.
Wait a
The
second.
SS
Git. No. You need to say, need to type in. First of all, type in. Okay. Press. I don't see the bottom of the page. So can you move?
Yeah.
Okay. So type in pwd. Okay. Oh, that's fine actually. But I would recommend you create a folder here, and inside you, so it won't be immediately in. It doesn't really matter. It's just more organized. But whatever. Type in now git clone, git space clone, and then the address. So it's the address is not enough.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it works, I think.
And type in yes, okay.
Okay, so now I'm gonna see it in like users and non-users.
Well, it's users, Liron, and then inside you will find immediately inside the folder called Liron 99.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, so yeah, I knew it was something technical, so
Yeah, this is I mean, these are small issues, but some of
Yeah.
in all the installation part, and we haven't got it all of them, but this was already, this is one of the hardest part in this whole story. Okay, and it's partially because everyone has a different computer, everyone has different things on the on their computer, so this is quite common. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
Okay.
fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone? Welcome. You're welcome. Anyone else? Okay, then we are done. I think I said everything I needed to say for today, and then if not, then I can send you an email, and next week we'll talk anyway. So thank you all. Remember to like the video on YouTube and follow my channel. Okay. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.